Hey, welcome back to another Netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 73, pound size error on a select, possibly because of the link category. Today's question, I'm answering actually a question on today's podcast. It's sent in by Tom. Tom is using Quantrix as a trial right now. He's trying to decide whether or not he should buy it. I would say, Tom, it would be the best decision you ever make. As far as a career, that is. If you buy Quantrix, the possibilities are endless. I would probably say that all your dreams would come true. That's how I feel about Quantrix. It is awesome. If I didn't have Quantrix, I'd still be using a two-dimensional spreadsheet, and I'd be pulling my hair out because its capabilities just have no match for Quantrix Modeler. So Tom, I encourage you to pull the trigger, buy Quantrix, keep watching the Quantrix Authority, become a Quantrix master, and revolutionize your company with whatever you're trying to do with Quantrix. Its possibilities are endless. Anyway, on to answering the question that Tom had. He wants to pull in status from this employee table, and you can see that he's got a select statement here. And he actually just had status equal this select here, and he was getting a pound size error. And he wants to know, well, why is this happening and how can I fix it? Well, if you look at episode 51, you can see that anytime I'm referencing a category, as maybe in a key list, I should always have the @ sign here in before the matrix name and the item of the matrix. If I go ahead and I do that, or the category of the matrix, I still get a pound size error. So I'm kind of a little befuddled why that's not working, and I'm sure that once I get Quantrix 6.0 with the new dependency inspector that they previewed today, I could probably figure that one out pretty quickly of why this doesn't work. But as I look at the model, I just think, well, I think we're overcomplicating it because I have this EE number here, and it's actually linked to the employee table of EE number here, right? So I should be able to do just a really basic formula and say status is equal to the status here. And that is because the categories are linked. And really, anytime you have a linked category, the items in either matrix really just become an extension of the category across matrices, if that makes sense. So you ought to be able to do it just like this. Also, there's another way that you could do it, and that maybe traditionally when I was first starting out in Quantrix, this is what I would do. I would have done an EE number @ and you could call it whatever you wanted. You could call it the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog if you want. But what I would do is then I would say that EEN num @ equals @ this category here. And then what I can do is I can say in my select statement, I could go status equals select this status. What is my key list? It's this. And what is my lookup value? It is @ EE number. Okay? And once I do that, again, it works. If I go ahead and I comment out these formulae, you can still see that this is working. If I were to go ahead and I would change this to something else, just really quick, put one in here, it fills in perfectly. So there's kind of 3 ways, or 2 ways, I guess, to fix your problem, Tom. I hope that that's helpful. I hope you'll join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez. I absolutely love Quantrix. I want to make you a Quantrix master. And if you have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com. And join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.